My piece was about the Safaricom half-year earnings release. I attended the Safaricom first half earnings release on Friday at the Michael Joseph Centre. I was looking forward to interviewing the iconic CEO Bob Collymore. In fact, I got there first whilst they were still practicing. He said to me in our interview, Ali Khan, cancer is not a battle, it's a war. Make no mistake, the mission console, this is a quote from the angel Esmeralda Don DeLillo, the specialist is monitoring data on his mission console, is in the hands of the CEO wherever he might be physically. I gently ribbed Bob about how Michael Joseph had been kicking back in his absence, cracking jokes and informing us about when Bob finally started listening to him was when Safaricom finally got its skates on. Bob, who had obviously watched everything via live feed, spoke of little Michael and his team, finessing the story of how Michael and the little team first started out in the Norfolk Towers. They are clearly very close. Of course, the set of half-year results covered a period that was volatile, both from an economic and a regulatory perspective. I, like CNN's Richard Quest, feel the dialing higher of tax rates in what is the most dynamic part of our economy is actually counterproductive. By keeping the tax take percentage static, we allow this economy to create more velocity. Constantly dialing the tax take higher reduces velocity, and we're now playing at the margins. What I've also noticed is that when agriculture, meteorology refers, does well in Africa, the economy performs in part because of the diffusion effect of agriculture. And what I heard at this earnings release was a lot about fine-tuning of the $1 a day offering. Bob spoke of the Boda driver who's spending $1 a day with Safaricom in order to make $5. Safaricom also announced the Fulitza overdraft facility, with Bob Collymore saying the overdraft limit might go as high as $500. And Safaricom will use algorithms based on transactions such as M-Pesa deals and airtime use to set a limit on the amount which can be accessed by customers. In a world becoming increasingly data-centric, Safaricom has a unique platform and a unique opportunity to create scale in the SME sector. It's a very big deal. Safaricom has the deepest reach, and Bob said this: we can get a SIM card to places Coca-Cola can't. Let me pivot back to the results. There is a wonderful Monty Python sketch about a dead parrot, and for eternity folks have been pronouncing voice dead. Notwithstanding these yearly pronouncements, half-year voice revenue clocked 48.03 billion, plus 1.4%. The thing to consider is the demographic dividend to more than 1 million potential customers every year is a tailwind. M-Pesa revenue surged 18.2% to register 35.52 billion, and Lipanama M-Pesa spiked close to 50% and looks like it's on the cusp of a hockey stick-like breakout. Safaricom have tweaked the M-Pesa ecosystem with good effect. They've made the M-Pesa garden richer. The average user is transacting 12 times a month and have increased retention and circulation in the ecosystem. This is a very big deal. Now I expect some folks might have expressed some disappointment at a 10.8% half-year mobile data revenue acceleration, which registered 19.45 billion, but this would miss the point completely. Mobile usage in MB per user surged 67.3% to 639.8 MBS versus 382.4 MBS. That is an eye-popping surge. They surge mobile data, fuel that surge with cheaper prices, and this is what a dash for growth looks like. It's a bold move and appropriate, and just what shareholders should be happy to see. Half-year fixed service revenue, fibre to the home, increased 21%. There is a big opportunity right there as well. Overall, at the headline level, Safaricom reported a 21.5% acceleration in half-year profit before tax. Half-year earnings per share were up 20.2%. Safaricom rallied 4.26% on Friday to close at 24.50 and is minus 4.299% year to date, vastly outperforming the indices. Sorry, the all shares down about 14%, the NSE 20 around 24% down. It's corrected 27.94% off an all-time high set earlier this year. Further to what I've already outlined, Collymore spoke to the regional expansion opportunity. Abbey understands the potential of mobile payments. It will happen in its own time. We hope to put a tick in the box of the full year results. By full year, we'll be able to give you at least one market, Collymore said, without giving details. Everyone fixates on Ethiopia, which I think is not helpful. There are other markets that might come up before Ethiopia. Safaricom intends to recruit people with mergers and acquisition skills for the transaction so that the company can push the agenda a little bit faster, he said. It's therefore a conviction buy at Friday's closing price of $24.50. This is a chart of M-Pesa revenue. This is one of mobile usage in MBs per user. He's in touch with his team every day. That point about the mission console. Masoko, we want to connect the watermelon farmer in Turkana to the buy in Eldoret, he said. There's no end to African markets that we could do with mobile money, he said. By full year, we'll hope to give at least one more market. Safaricom share price data, trailing PE of 17.754. I think it's a buy at this price. NSE 20 is down 23.73% year to date. Yields on 10 and 30-year Eurobonds rose to 8.1 and 9.1% respectively. 91, 182-day and 364-day T-bills are 7.5%, 8.4% and 9.5% respectively. Kenya's ranking improved 19 positions to 61 in the latest World Bank Ease of Doing Business report. Privatization Commission of Kenya has approved the privatization of 26 state-owned entities. During October, the Nairobi Securities Exchange was on a downward trend. DTB declined 10.9%, NIC 6.1%, EABL 5.9%, Co-op 5.9%, and Safaricom 5.1%. Foreign investors remain net sellers. NSE is trading at a PE of 11.4 and is going to also admit to the Bank of Kigali for a cross-listing. And finally, Arthur River Cement, which was suspended from trading, was being suspended for a further 75 working days. Once again, thank you for stopping by.